All right, here with Coach We're the Temple baseball team. Coach, you guys are getting ready for a big series, going below the Mason-Dixon line for 6 games, 3 different schools. Just talk about what's at stake this weekend.
Well, once again, we're going back to play some schools that I'm familiar with in Longwood, VCU, and George Mason. The competition's going to be very good, and we're just looking to continue to improve from our standpoint. So, I'm excited to be playing this many games and looking forward to the test or the challenge that's ahead of us.
You talk about you're familiar with a lot of these programs. Just with you being at Richmond over the past few years, how do these teams compare to what Temple has been in the past?
Well, I think the programs that we've played so far are similar. I think the one advantage that these schools have ahead of us right now is they've just been able to get outside and play a little bit more, practice on the field a little bit more because the weather's better, and they maybe have a little bit more depth in some areas that we don't have. So, but all in all, I think as far as ability, we're right there with them, and we certainly can compete. And I think we've shown that the first few weekends so far.
This series against Longwood is a 4-game series, doubleheader on Saturday. How does that maybe change your strategy in terms of your lineup, both pitching and in the batting order?
Well, it's certainly going to give us a chance to use more guys to see what they can do. It could potentially stretch your pitching out a little bit, but so far we've done a great job on the mound. I've been very, very pleased with how we've pitched, and our starters have given us great quality starts, and our bullpen has come in and done a great job as well. So, but as far as the lineups and stuff, like I said, we're going to be able to try some different lineups, try some guys in there that maybe haven't gotten as much of a chance and see what they can do. And as we get to the end of spring break, hopefully the lineup becomes a little bit more set as we move closer to that first conference game.
Last week you guys were in a unique situation. Friday, game gets suspended into Saturday. Can you just talk about how it is for like a player and even like as a manager, just trying to talk about how you maintain the momentum? You guys were up 7-2. You go into Saturday. You're basically starting from that last pitch where you guys left off.
Right.
Just how's that working as a mental game? I guess
Sure.
at that point.
Yeah, I was disappointed that we weren't able to finish the game on Friday night. Matt Hockenberry was throwing the ball extremely well, and we basically had used him, and we're not able to bring him back. This early in the season, I didn't want to worry about an injury with him, so it gave us an opportunity to run one of our young guys out there, and I essentially looked at the game as a 7-inning ball game, and we were up 5-0 with the lead that we had. So it was a little bit different, and I thought, or I was hoping that we could just carry that momentum that we had from the first day right into the second day, and not have to use our bullpen too much, knowing that we had a whole nother game to play. It wound up being a crazy game just because of the weather. The wind was fierce and made it very challenging to not only pitch but to play defense. But we hung in there, and what I liked about the club was that every time North Carolina A&T made a run at us, we did a good job of answering back offensively, and we kept the momentum going, and we were able to close that first game out.
A couple of games last weekend, especially on Sunday, team left a lot of men on base.
Yeah.
What has the team done in preparation for maybe this weekend, obviously going down the stretch to get more runners across?
Yeah, the first weekend we didn't do a great job of hitting with runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. This past weekend we put runners on base, but it seemed like we were putting them on base with 1 or 2 outs, and we just couldn't seem to get anything going offensively. So, this week, yesterday specifically, we worked a lot on situational hitting. We worked a lot on our short game, drag bunting, sacrifice bunting, hit and run type stuff. So that was good that we got an opportunity to work on that at the field. And today we're going to try to do the same inside here, just getting our work in. I think right now most of our problems it's more of a mental thing. It's not a physical thing. I like where our swings are at. I like the way we've been working. I think it's just getting rid of this mental block, so to speak, to get us going offensively.
And Pat Peterson, he's been pretty solid in his first 2 starts already. as a college pitcher and as a freshman, how long does it take for a pitcher to really like come up to the level that he's expected, and to like make that adjustment from high school to the college level?
You know, every player is different, and you know, some players walk into the college scene in the fall of their freshman year, and that adjustment is seamless. And then there's other guys that it takes them that whole first year to kind of figure things out. You know, Pat, I think when he initially got here, was a little overwhelmed, but I saw a big jump in him through the fall, and you know, I wouldn't have run him out there if I didn't think he was ready to start game 2 for us. But he's been outstanding, and if you didn't know it, you wouldn't think he's a freshman out there just with the composure, the way he's been able to pitch out of some jams. But he has done an outstanding job, and been very, very pleased, and think he's got a bright future in front of him.
Great, Coach. Thanks.
You got it.